This is the weather forecast video for Saturday, January the 14th, 2012. Let's take a look at the satellite image from last evening. You can see a storm system that produced the snow over the state on Thursday is now moving off into New England and off the East Coast with lake effect continuing. Disturbance moving through the plains and upper Midwest could bring some snow later in the day. Watch warning map from just before midnight. Some winter storm warnings along the lake snowbelts. Frost and freeze advisories over the Gulf Coast, and some wintry conditions with some advisories and warnings in the Northwest. QPF chart, precipitation over the next 5 days. This is through Wednesday evening at 6 o'clock. Shows the heaviest amounts of precipitation will be off to our east, with upwards of maybe a tenth to a quarter of an inch of melted precipitation. Let's take a look at the 0Z GFS Model Run at 6 p.m. this evening. You can see the piece of energy moving through the area and down into the Ohio Valley. That'll be with a disturbance that'll bring a few flurries and light snow showers. Otherwise, it'll be mostly cloudy through most of the day, with highs in the 20s to lower 30s. We head into Sunday. Winds switch around to the southwest, and temperatures are boosted up into at least the low 30s, maybe a few upper 20s in the heavier snow areas, and maybe even some 40s across the southwest. But by Monday, the cold air comes back, some rain, maybe mixing in with some snow Monday night into Tuesday. Could be some accumulations with that storm system. By Tuesday evening at least, the storm has moved off to our east, and the lake effect starts up once again over the Great Lakes. We're just cold, back to highs in the 20s once more. Wednesday, a disturbance moves through just to the north of the state, could bring a few flurries over the northeastern counties. Otherwise, it'll remain partly to mostly cloudy. By Thursday, that storm moves off. Temperatures are still relatively seasonal, 20s across the state, maybe a few low 30s across the far southwest. We head to Friday. The winds bump around back to the southwest again, and temperatures warm back up as a result, back into at least the 30s, maybe a few 40s over the southwestern counties of the state. Week from today, on the 21st, broad trough starting to develop over the area with a polar vortex over Canada, and with that, fairly decent storm system moving through central and eastern Canada, with a cold front coming down across the Mississippi Valley with a bit of rain and snow there. Further into the month, on the 25th, another trough axis just to the west of the state, and southwesterly flow aloft, and that means we'll be on the side of the front with maybe a little bit of snow, maybe a little rain mix across the south and east. Still a little far out to depend on precipitation type, but by the end of the forecast, the 29th, broad trough across the plains and upper Midwest, and that could be a little bit snowy, especially to our north, and with some rain and maybe some heavy rain over the mid-Atlantic states, and another piece of Arctic weather coming from the northwest. Thank you for tuning in to the weather forecast video. We'll have another one tomorrow.